Good evening guys and welcome to another video. Now in today's one I will be taking a suggestion I've seen several times in the comments where people really wanted me to talk about some SCPs, and after looking into them I figured out why not. Now the SCP Foundation is a fictional organization that takes care of locating, identifying, documenting, and doing everything necessary in regards to containment of things that don't necessarily follow the natural law. Anything from alien objects all the way to crazy scary creatures. And well, today we will be looking at one of those creatures. And since this channel is so heavily focused on Subnautica, I figured what better creature to start with than the SCP-3000. Now of course, before we begin, because this is often a problem with creepypastas as well, the topic of this video is, as far as we're concerned, totally made up. That's why there will be no video footage of it, that's why there will be no visual evidence of it, and that's why I might choose to use footage from different games or different environments of the real world as background while we talk. Now with that out of the way, grab your real life scuba equipment, get some anti-headache pills, and let's dive in. Now in the depths of the Indian Ocean, there is a place, and more specifically, it is in some of the canyons of the Bengal Fan. In this place, there lies a creature. It is the SCP-3000, and under no circumstances should anyone, civilians nor deep-sea experts, attempt to explore underwater, as they might run into it. Any person that comes into contact with SCP-3000 needs to be contained, quarantined, and then processed, as there is currently no known cure to the exposure to this creature. Now originally, this creature was discovered back in 1971, not too long after several Bangladesh fishing boats and all of their operating fishermen were suddenly reported missing just off of the Indian coast. After no cause was found, local coastal guard put a hold on all fishing before this can be resolved to prevent a hysteria. After the Foundation managed to reach this area, it was quickly secured, and already by April 1972, the current containment procedures were set in place. Now on its own, the SCP-3000 is a gigantic, aquatic serpentine-like entity that strongly resembles a giant moray eel. Now because of how it curls and twirls around its own body, it's been impossible to determine how long it is overall, but the best estimates are in between 600 and 900 kilometers long. Now despite being this long though, its body is rather slim, with the head measuring only about 2.5 meters in diameter and the largest parts of its body measuring up to about 10 meters. Now looking at its behavior, most of the time this is a sedentary creature, and it can sometimes stay completely motionless, only moving with the currents of the water for several weeks. Due to it seemingly being carnivorous, if it needs to feed on its prey, despite its size, it is capable of surprisingly swift movement whenever it is chasing something down. Now, moving and biting are not the only ways SCP-3000 can defend itself, because its skin continuously excretes a thin layer of viscous dark gray substance classified as Y-909. Now, if you thought that was bad enough, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. See, any direct observation of SCP-3000 may, and in most cases will, cause severe mental alterations in the viewer. Though it doesn't always seem to be based on direct line of sight and can sometimes be initiated simply based on proximity, individuals near SCP-3000 will experience inexplicable and excruciating headaches, paranoia, general fear for their life, and it can even lead to alteration and loss of memory. Over the years, several teams have been dispatched to try to establish contact, but it is safe to say that it didn't go well for either of them. Here is a short excerpt of a conversation of the MTF Orion 9 Kingfisher's team as they attempted to approach SCP-3000 from the Foundation submarine SCP-F Stravinsky.
Alright, tethers are tight. Flood the chamber. Confirmed? You both good? I'm good. It's damn cold. Hopefully we won't be out for long then. Turn on your lights, boys. Here we go. God, do you guys feel that? I just got an awful headache. It's like needles in my brain. Something. Dive team, please be advised that we believe you may be experiencing some detrimental cognitive effects. Keep moving forward and we'll give you more information as we receive it.
This team continued to run into further trouble and never managed to successfully reach SCP-3000. Now finally, in 1998, it was discovered that a part of the substance that is excreted by SCP-3000 can be used as a powerful amnesiac, as not only does it break down slower than other substances, but it also, interestingly enough, after being applied, seems to render the subject a lot more willing to follow command and have their will bend. Any updates on how this is currently being utilized are of course classified. So if you ever find yourself on a cruise through the Indian Ocean, make sure you check the map before sticking your head on the water, because it might just be the last thing you ever do. But anyways guys, that was SCP-3000, a quick short video and explanation, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe this is something that we could start doing more often if you guys like this type of videos. If you like this video, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. And if there's anything that I missed, or perhaps another SCP that you would want me to cover, make sure to leave that down in the comments as well. I would very much like to read it. Now with that, I want to wish you all a beautiful rest of today, and I'll see you in whatever next video I make. Bye bye.